And we're rolling. Okay, today I want to talk about a stock that's going to be absolutely insane, I think, in a very few number of days. I think it's going to take off very, very soon, guys. And there's a lot of people that are getting scared out of this one right now. But I think, well, if you're hearing this for the first time, that's really great because the price has already dropped, I think, almost as low as it's going to drop. This is right now what we're experiencing is the dip before the rip, okay? This stock, it's called Genius Group. GNS, alright? So this stock is the CEO is Roger Hamilton, and this is a guy that's very active on YouTube and Twitter. He's coming out all the time talking about, you know, naked shorts, fighting the battle against all these shorts, because, you know, guys, they're illegally shorting our stock. And many of these smaller time stocks, they're illegally shorting them, alright? Because they make a lot more money doing that. So this stock, Genius Group, it's a $17.8 million market cap. So if you don't know what that is, anything under 50 million is considered a nano cap stock, okay? And then anything from 50 million to 200 million is a micro cap. And then anything from 200 million to $2 billion is a small cap. And then from 2 billion to 10 billion is considered a mid cap. And then anything over 10 billion is a large cap stock, guys, okay? So the thing is, a lot of people only trade like nano cap and micro cap stocks because, yes, they do have the highest potential, but it's kind of rare that they actually do skyrocket. So you have to pick these very carefully, guys, all right? So what a lot of smart people actually do is they completely stay away from these small cap stocks because these are the ones that are the most shorted, all right? So it's just really not good and not a safe thing to do. So you really kind of have to be an expert at reading the SEC filings and so on if you want to invest in these nano cap and micro caps, all right? Because I'm telling you the truth, guys, a lot of them go to zero. When these hedge funds attack them, they take them all the way down to zero, and then when the company goes under, they do that so they don't have to pay capital gains. They just they completely destroy the company basically by selling these shares. And it's a horrible thing that they're doing, and yes, it should be illegal, but you got to realize, guys, there's nothing we can do to stop it, okay? Because it's all all intertwined with the Biden administration, with any administration who's in power. It's all intertwined, and they're going to allow these things to happen, okay? Yes, this is evil, guys. They're allowing this to happen. That even Donald Trump, he was still allowing it to happen with Donald Trump, okay? So Donald Trump did not do anything to help retail investors, okay? But certainly Joe Biden's not doing anything to help retail investors. Because if they did, there'd be a major problem. There'd be if like Donald Trump wanted to help retail investors and stop these naked shorting hedge funds, they would get him. Okay, they would stop Donald Trump from doing that. They would pay him off or whatever. So it's part of this. It's these hedge funds. It's all built into the system. It's horrible, but we cannot stop it. Okay, but our CEO, Roger Hamilton, he's trying to do everything that he can. He has like a 10-step process for defeating these hedge funds that are shorting our stock. And there's only one primary main market maker, and they're really hurting it. But anyways, guys, so there's only 27 million shares outstanding, and then there's only 16 million in the float, guys. So, and I think, yeah, Roger, the CEO, called up, and the top 25 shareholders own 100% of the stock, okay? So that means a lot of us are holding fake shares. So this is highly illegal, okay? And I think possibly at one point, you know, well, I'll get there. So what this company does is educational tech, ed tech. They have a Genie AI, which actually helps educate you, and it leads you through a process where you find out what is the best career path for me, okay? When I was in school, they had this too. You could take like a little assessment test, but this is like the real deal assessment test. And then they will continue your education with these programs, and they're in a lot of schools, guys. So it seems like it's the real deal, that this company really is growing. At least that's what the CEO is making it seem like, okay? So the company is doing great, it appears, but the big news is that the CEO is issuing a dividend of this stock that's on the digital blockchain called Entrepreneur Resorts Limited, or ERL. So they just had their court for this ERL stock dividend, but they did not have a press release on it yet, okay? I think they're saving it for the next 2-3 days once they start the pump, okay? So there's all the court information that they have about when they're going to issue this stock dividend. I think they're saving that for the pump, all right? And right now they're actually putting out information that's actually hurting the stock. And this all plays into what I've said. I said Genius Group was going to go down to 45 cents, and then it's going to skyrocket. I think 45 cents is as low as it's going to go. But yeah, then after that it's going to skyrocket, all right? I think. So this is the main catalyst, is this Entrepreneur Resorts Limited. And then also, I think when it does happen, it's going to be the market maker buying back stock from himself. It's going to be a typical pump and dump, okay? So look at TRKA, what that did. When I told you guys when TRKA was 13 cents, all right guys, what happened? It went up to 98 cents. How did I know? The future. From digging into SEC filings, figuring out all the clues, putting them together, doing hundreds of hours of research in TRKA. That's how you make thousands of dollars, okay? And I made $4 grand on that play. But guys, I think we're hoping to make a whole lot more than that on GNS, okay? But I do know that people are getting scared out, so I think their plan is working perfectly, all right? Trying to scare everyone out today, yesterday. They're just trying to like bleed it out, get everyone out. Because guys, you got to realize when they pump these stocks, they pump them up as far as they can, as fast as they can, with the fewest number of people on board. Remember that, okay? As far as they can, as fast as they can, with the fewest number of people on board. A professional market maker taught me that's how they do it. All right. So yes, they're in this legal battle against these shorts, but now the weird thing is here, bad, weird, whatever. So you know how I said they don't let you go up, they don't let your stock go up unless you make a deal. So what happened was, if you look in the SEC filings, our CEO Roger, he actually just made a deal with these same hedge funds that he's suing. Okay, and that's the information that I don't even know if I should be saying that. But yeah, he made a deal with the same hedge funds that they're suing. So this is he's kind of screwing all of us over. He's acting like he's trying to fight these people, but in the same token, he's making a deal with them. But the whole thing is, I think the deal is going to make our stock price go up. Okay, this is what they do, just like TRKA. What's going to happen is, TRKA diluted massively into this big pump. Okay, what's going to happen with GNS? They're going to dilute massively into this big pump. And it's all in the SEC filings, guys. I've read all this stuff. I do all this research for you. So if you want to please support me, join my Patreon. It's only $5 a month. Okay, guys? And I do have a top tier level Patreon. If anyone joins that, you'll see. You got to join it to find out. Basically, we can't win unless we're willing to make a deal with the devil with these hedge funds. We can't win unless we do that. And it looks like the CEO just did it. So they're going to have this stock run way up real quick. So don't get scared out now. This thing's going to skyrocket, but then afterwards it's probably going to come down pretty good. And yes, if you own GNS through this period, you're going to get that share of Entrepreneur Resorts Limited, which might be good. Okay, it might be really good. Chances are it's not. But it's like I think Genius Group paid like $18 million for Entrepreneur Resorts Limited. It's like a vacation place. It's really cool. But it is real. So we're going to get a share in that, which is awesome. And then, so yeah, they just had court for the dividend, and we didn't get the PR yet. I already said that. So yeah, the stock price was way down today, but it's down on really low volume. So I think they're just trying to shake everybody out. One guy I know they shook out, he had over $50,000 invested in GNS. He got shaken out today. I was like, what an idiot. Why would you hold it this long just to get shaken out when you know that they're going to do this dividend right around the corner? Okay? I don't know, guys. But yeah, so this is what my top stock right now. The other one is Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBYQ, TRKA, Troika Media. And then, first of all, gold and silver, guys. You got to buy gold and silver. Okay, it looks like my TikTok one is about to be done. So thank you, TikTok people, for joining in with me today. And then I'll continue talking on YouTube. Alright, they're done. They're gone. But basically, that's pretty much all I had, guys. It's going to be crazy. It does appear to be a typical shakeout. The stock's dropping today. So, stuff's all coming together. It does appear that it's going to be a huge pump and dump. And they're going to dilute it. Yeah, they're making a deal basically to stay alive. Okay, Genius Group, they're really hurting. You know, they have more debt. They're losing some money. Okay, so they have to make deals. You know, they probably figured out, all right, we're not able to beat these naked shorts in court. We can't beat the hedge funds in court. So let's just make a deal with them. You know, it appears that that's what's happening. So it should be. He should tell all the shareholders. But guys, these CEOs never do. They never tell us what they're doing. What could happen is, actually, guys, is that it could pump and dump, and then Hamilton, he'll go into hiding, you know, something like that. Or if the deal never even actually goes through, if the stock price just keeps going down, he'll go into hiding, and we'll never see him again. Okay, look at Industrial Nanotech, INTK. That thing had a huge, massive pump in 2022, and a lot of people made thousands of dollars, guys. And then what's happening now? Well, the CEO, he disappeared. He said, oh, he's going to Kuwait for a giant oil deal to help out our company. And he disappeared, guys. There's nothing. This guy that was called the Nano Man, he's working for the company INTK. He's no longer posting anything. And then it appears that it was all just a ploy to sell the stock, okay? But I still think that the stock's going to do another pump. Eventually in the future, okay? But they are supposedly, if you look on their Twitter, Industrial Nanotech, they're supposedly looking for a new CEO. So the company itself has not gone dark, but they have basically just said the CEO's resigning and they're looking for a new CEO. So someone with maybe that's their excuse of saying why the stock is down, just because they're saying this. Something happened with the CEO, and that's our excuse that the stock should drop. But in reality, guys, the Stuart Birchill, the CEO, he probably made a deal with these hedge funds or something. Probably made a bunch of money, took off, you know, something like that. But yeah, that's it, guys, for GNS. I did think the stock was going to start moving up like yesterday on Monday, or on Monday or Tuesday, and it's Wednesday, and it still hasn't happened. So it's either not going to happen at all, or it's going to go absolutely insanely fast. So you're not even going to have time to jump on this thing unless you're right in front of your computer. It's going to probably take off so quick. Did you look at Rite Aid today? RAD. I said that, you know, that thing was really cheap, and these companies that are main staple investments, they often do get a big pump if they're depressed, you know. And I'm really hyped up about Bed Bath & Beyond, even though it just did move down a little bit, guys. But guys, you got to remember, you got to hold on to your gold, your silver, because that's where the real wealth is. The hedge funds can't steal that from you, okay? So whenever you make a profit in the stock market, I think you should take like half of it and buy gold and silver, okay? But also, it's a good idea to stick with these, the bigger stocks, with the bigger market caps, okay? Like the mid cap and the large cap stocks. Because if you stick with these ones, they're not gonna, the hedge funds won't attack these ones, okay? Like they do the penny stocks, because they try to put them out of business. So they're not gonna naked short these ones. They know they can't really get away with it. They only do it to hurting distressed companies, okay? So this is really just a terrible thing, you know. It's gonna give us probably an opportunity to get out and make a shitload of money in Genius Group. But then, you know, you better sell when it does go up. Don't think it's going to $100 a share or something. You know, it could go to between $3 and $10 a share. You know, best case scenario. So I'm hoping to make some money here on Genius Group. If not, I don't really care, guys, because I always tell you guys, I don't put more than 15% of my money into these, you know, really tiny nano cap and micro cap stocks. I told you guys that since the beginning of my channel. So what am I going to lose? A couple grand? I don't care, you know. I think the odds are worth it. If I lose a couple grand on the stock, you know, oh well, you'll make the money back. But like I said, guys, I've done tons of research on the SEC filings, and it all does appear to be true that they're going to pump this, okay? They're going to pump it and then dilute. It just hasn't started. So they're just doing the final shakeout days right now. And I think probably next week then, it's going to like blast. Like probably 50% one day, 100% another day, 170%, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Or it'll go up, you know, 20%, 10%, 20, 40, and then it'll go boom that last day or something like that. So I think it's going to skyrocket, and we should be in and out of this thing, guys. So I'm really hyped up about Genius Group, so let's go, guys. If you're a risk taker, this stock is for you. If you're not a risk taker, then buy yourself some silver or gold, okay? So, and you should be buying silver and gold anyways, guys. Yeah, that's all I had for you today. Thank you guys so much for joining in on my channel. I really appreciate it. If you want to support me, join the Patreon. I try not to ask for money too much, but it is a lot of work to do this, and it would make me feel good to get a little bit of compensation. So I know people appreciate it. I do know a lot of people do appreciate it. Obviously, some of you know who you are. So thanks again, and see you next time.